away in time for them to push, which he has done just that. However, it's going to be into an early demise anyway. Dirtbath has been pushed in by Skulls, and they're just going to be ripping straight onto the site. You heard Pimp say, just do whatever you want. Well, Liquid, zero respect shown there with that quad push. And in a post plant, they're going to have the advantage here as well. Going to be a difficult one to retake with Twists also in middle. The Shadow betraying Darty around the corner, and Twists goes in for a second.
Severing his way through the brackets and shutting down anyone from Boss that looked to make their way back.
Yeah, that's very true. And plus, obviously, on the CT side as well, you're playing more static. And if you're being a bit twitchy, a bit nervy, it can definitely be a bit of a detriment. But nothing twitchy or nervy about this. Just a full-on rush down Banana. And Boss have got themselves 2 kills in return. They're not able to pick up either of those weapons, unfortunately. And it feels like they're one wild haymaker, only a glancing blow. There is a Zeus out in the apps, but no one's going to see action over on that side of the map. It's down to Cryptic, and he is found and put down with authority. Like, we're going to take the 2-0. Yeah, maybe
he's hoping maybe they'll exit out towards Ruin sides, but they're all going to barrel down Banana and get away.
He's going to try and shut down one in the back. There are 2 players that are low here. He might get away with this one. I like the idea from Freshie. Yeah. A couple of prayers to Zeus. And
same setup as well, 2 players up on top. They try to clear it this time, but they're getting mauled. Pona alone does not need backup. He does it all on his lonesome. Freshie falls as Naf goes down on the trade back, and you've only got 2 players left. Liquid looking pretty brittle into this one. Yakindar on 64. Switches over the Galil to Cadian. He's on 22 HP himself. How do you even build into this one, though? Round 4 gonna be looking incredibly good for Boss here to get 2 on a board.
Straightforward kill for Brett, catches Yakindar off guard, and Cadian, with 38 seconds, 22 health to his name, and Galil is about to get hunted down by Brett. Takes his head instantly, immediate headshot. But I think that's kind of what we're seeing from Boss here, you know, coming into the tournament, they looked like they were just gonna get destroyed. This is the other edge of that sword, though. If you start shaky and you start losing rounds that you probably shouldn't, for example, the bomb plant round where it went against them, that's where things can go from bad to worse. And Cryptic, oh, he's burying them where they stand in Banana. Yakindar yet to get off the mark again. This matchup, it's still early days, but Boss are showing real signs of life here. Phone alone going into the site. There's Molotovs and flashes being traded. Freshie's going to burn alive, but Nap puts him down with the AK. And 40 seconds on the clock, but Pone alone, living up to his name, sprays down 3. Secures his 8th, and Boss get a 4-2 lead.
Brett in the back. Support of his teammate. Cryptic playing anti-flash, but they get up ahead. They're able to find the backstab. Oh, it's a bit of a team kill, but it won't matter. You've won out on the 1-for-1 fights, and Cadian can secure the bomb plant. So it's all down to the lonesome twosome. Running background. First peak is spotted. Freshie loses the fight to Naf, and the round goes with it. Money in the bank still for Boss, but Liquid starting to clamor back rounds on their T-half.
Levels to them. 5-4 the score. 1 saved M4 will afford them another buy. Got
time starting to tick away, and the CTs are coming. They're going to arrive towards Arch side. Bomb can still be grabbed, though. With Hadda setting themselves up here, they want the swing on brackets. Cadian with a flick strikes on the first man. Naf and Twist take 2.
Really nice passage of play there for Liquid, as Naf is just cleaning up the rest. He's actually the player against Bestia that really shone very bright indeed. It was a bit of a rough showing for most of Liquid.
Bones can get peeked as well. Ooh. Goes down. Orb removed. And they know it's the common angle he's been playing him. So they hit him straight on the head, and Freshie, with a heads-up movement, walks back round through Boiler and stabs onto Skulls in apartment. So there is a landlord in play this time, Vince, and he wants the rent money. It's late, Vince.
Oof. Well, he's not taking no for an answer, but Naf decides that he's going to try and squat as best as he can in there and draw fire, alleviate the pressure off the B side. Cadian looking to try an entry in on the site. Says, screw it, I'll do it alone then, boys. Gets the pick, but gets smoked off and backs out to pick up the bomb. Another entry, this time going the way of Yakindar. Opens up business on mid.
Darty on the overextension, looking to get the info back towards middle. After Cadian found that pick. Oh, Twist. Lets it rip with the Kalashnikov. Yakindar trying to push his way up. They want to overwhelm Pone, and they'll do just that. They take the man down, and it's a 1 versus 3. Last round of the half, Brett, all to do.
Now we're seeing shades of the twist that we know. That's a nasty, nasty entry. No hope of being on the end of that one. And now Brett out into the open, into the lines. Dan may get the first onto Yekindar, very low, 14 HP, but Yekindar's not going to overstay his welcome. Backs off, playing the strength in numbers, and the backstab about to come in. There it is from Twist, and Liquid gonna seal it up at 6-6 come the second half. Very individually capable players with the pistols, and they've guessed correctly. All 10 players gonna bump heads as they ram into one another through mid and second mid, and it's Yekindar that opens his account with 2.
And this is a read. This is one they knew about going into it, expected the pistol from Boss, and were able to combat it by sending all players to just scrap, throwing out haymakers down towards second mid, but finally 2 frags come back to back up the Boss boys. They're looking to shut this one down, and they're giving them the 1-for-1s. Okay.
This round heavily goes in favor of Boss, and Cadian is crossing his fingers and hoping for the best, stuck in the back box. And now the information's going to come through. Flash proceeds to push. Oh, it's a TK. Freshie leaping into the air. Nullifies Cadian, but shut down by his teammate. But Freshie has tons of time now for this post plant. Twist's going to be coming in on the arches. It gets taken down by Freshie. A 3v5. How have you lost that, Liquid?
Oh, mate. They go into that one with the read, Vince.
Man, it's even worse than I thought, Jackie. It was a 2v5.
I know, bud. It's mad.
Oh, my. Well, they've got the scout, they've got an M4, and they've got a pick, but it's at the cost of the likes of Twists, and that's probably not a worthwhile trade if you're Liquid. You're banking quite a lot of his very capable mechanical skill, and now in the meanwhile, Boss going to be making up the moves on Banana, sending Cryptic by himself into the smoke. He's going to be trying to wrap around, but it's a freebie, and Cadian obliges.
All comes down to the last 3 players then. Brute force strength is what you need. Claw back the round on the attack towards B. Utility's coming over the top. Yekindar turning inside of the smoke. Naflies 5-7 is absolutely sick at the best of times, but Freshie with a Molotov. It goes down towards the back of the site, burns out Brett. Pone alone is all left in a 1v2. He's got a bit of time here. Both of the CTs are relatively far away. They're going for the split push back into the bomb site on a retake, but he's paranoid about the peaks, expecting them to be close on the site. The last smoke goes down, blocks off CT, walks round towards Ruin side. He wants to clear it first, knows he's got a bit of time on the clock here.
Yeah, that initial uncertainty now may cost him, though, because he's going to have to go in for the plant. This is going to allow Liquid to get that little bit closer. And now Canian's going to be taking that first point of call, but he gets the shutdown from Skulls with the USP, as Pone alone was anticipating a second player from Banana. But Liquid taking a leaf from the Boss playbook here with the quad play, but there's Molotovs and flashes, but it's the same result. It's a massacre. Skulls, Naf, and Twists all chip in for 1.
The different angles of elevation throwing off the crosshairs, but in the 1-for-1 scraps, they win a couple of them. Naf walking up the steps as well into the hands of Freshie. Mercs in with a MAC-10. 40 seconds on the clock, another 1v2, a costly round for Liquid, even if they get it over the finish line. Peeks around the back towards balcony. And Yekindar does starve it off. Got to recover those weapons, though. The other rifle's up on top of quad. Molly goes out mid, but this is a far faster play from Liquid. They're playing right into their hands. Oh, they're going to be running straight into the Liquid squad, defending top Banana. Bombardment comes out as the AK sprays down from Yekindar. He's looking for the headshot as well, but the MAC-10 overwhelms. Molotov forced back Naf, but he's got another one in the back pocket. Oh, he gets trapped and falls to Cadian.
Oh, that was a squashing of the Banana, just stamping on top of Bot.
Counter-terrorists win.
The same aggression. Will it be the same result, though? Skulls up on the staircase. Spots Cryptic, neutralizes him, and Freshie just around the corner as well, and Skulls gets himself 2. That should be good enough, especially as Twist has bypassed this smoke in a really forward position. Going to be catching multiple players off guard, but they pass each other, and Brett checks his angles.
Oh, Pone as well, watching towards the gap of the smoke. Sees a little bit of skin from Yekindar as he walks around the corner, tags him, but can't back him yet. His teammates are still demolishing everyone from Liquid, though. They do not want to go down in the 20th. They want to keep fighting. And it's up to this man to clutch it out now. Rips it back into a 1v2. Walking through the smoke into the crosshairs of Brett. Playing around the edge of it. Brett backs up, round towards Boiler side, very low on HP. They barely pass each other, but he's going to clear this angle. Fast flick as well. Shuts it back down. It's a 1-for-1 now. A winnable timeline, but Pome was waiting, and it's a perfect connection. They stay alive, but they lose everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're fast on brackets. They're going straight up. Molotov's laid round a corner as well. And Twitch flicks off. He goes back in and does at least go for the 1-for-1. Traded out by Brett. Labored spray from Skulls. Falls down. Brett, he's being able to cause a lot of issues for Liquid right now. You've got a bit of an edge to play with. Yakindar is fast on the adjustment though. Straight up middle. Takes down Pone. Looking for two, but Darty denies.
Naf and Katie, last two players, both stuck in arches. Not sure they want any part of this round now. They had tons of cash, but now it's been brought back down to reality. Smoke onto brackets. But you already see that Naf has no interest. He's over on Banana side. It's going to be a save. So the answer to the question is, yes, you have a more standard sort of orthodox round, protocols from the Archer's crunch, and they get it done. Brett got two massive entry frags, especially that second one onto Skulls. But Cadian is going to try and allow the bomb to do most of the work for him. I think Brett may be a dead man. Looks to the skies.
Bomb postures back up towards A. You want to throw in the utility and try to sell the idea this will be a B play. You hope they bite, and one man does. The brains of the operation in Cadian goes running round on Speedway. The last two defenders of A have to put the foot down to win it here. Twist playing on the side, supported by Skulls. They both insert the knife, 10 seconds on the timer, 1 by 1. Boss are being obliterated. They're going to fall down as Liquid close it, and finally make it to 13, winning the first map of the best of 3. Side with a bleed out through middle. Depending on how he wraps on this one and where they actually go, it could still pay off, but Cryptic's going to be first contact from CT, and he beheads Yakindar.
Don't want a second as well for Cryptic. And he's still healthy, still alive, and still putting down frags. 4 kills for Cryptic. Outrageous round by him, and that should have just secured this one. Cadian should have no hope. Cryptic take a bow. That is a thing of beauty we just witnessed. That just happened. Now we have to go in for a force. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat, though, to the opposition. Like, Cryptic's had a hell of a round there. Yakindar, on off the back of a solid performance on Inferno, is looking to try and keep that pressure dialed up to 11. Darty can hear the footsteps, but will just be playing possum. Oh, and he may get the reward as well for his patience. May prove to be a virtue. He can sneak around the back. He can shut this one down. He gets both.
That is dirty from Darty. Walks his way up. Oh, caught off guard by the re-peek from the third man, though. Naf lurking inside the cave. The dink down onto Skulls. He's trapped. And they'll take a bite out of him in the back of Donut as Brett finishes it off. 2 weapons have dropped.
And then you secure the 2-0. You make sure you don't get bested by a force buy. And it was looking grim when Yakindar pushes down ramp and gets that first pick for free. You're fearing the...
He's ready with a hydroponic, Vince. He wants to deal some damage here if they come walking into the crosshair.
Oh, Twist, though. They have the angles, and they have the frags. Twist has got 2 and a third with the last bullet in his magazine. Just 2 weapons to play with, and they've made both of them sing.
Oh, Cryptic. He expected it. Tried to pepper Naf and punish back, but the problem is it's all down to Darty now. 1 versus 4. They could be absolutely anywhere. The CTs have complete control of Ancient at this point into the round, and he knows it. Scared about where they're going to be set up. He's got to take his time, clear all his angles. Fast shot from Twists. And that's the 4K confirmed, and an instant round going to Liquid on the CT side. Fight or fight for survival. Yakindar being pushed towards cave. They wanted to get ahead of the utility and instantly bombard onto the bomb site, and they are bleeding their way out instantly. Yakindar fires off all the shots into the smoke. A deep HE goes in. Those opponents
still need to capitalize on this one. A slew of grenades still being tossed in. Closing off cave. Another Molotov to the back of the site. Designated to try and cordon off these areas. And now they're going to push back in again. There's not that much time on the clock, though. They're getting some kills. They're getting some success with Naflight, but he goes down to Brett. Boss bounce right back in.
I got it. Nice!
Now, with just mere seconds on the clock, they're going to try and rush their way and brute force it onto the site. But Skulls is here, and they line up for him and Naf. Tons of damage. But there's enough time for the bomb plant. This is still winnable.
they get it down. Final few seconds and they commit to it. Peeking out towards CT though, and Yorp finally gets an opportunity to punish. Yakindar towards Temple, finds Darty.
Having this mid control just allows you to assert dominance and poke and probe many facets of the map simultaneously. It makes it very uncomfortable for the CT side. Brett just pins around and takes off the head of Yakindar.
Molly can go over the top when Pone goes in for the plant. Can they pull this one off, at least denying it? It was a nice Molly down, follow-up shots also on target, twists. He's punished the first, but it's Nafly that pushes up, looking for the second deny. The nades are there, they're ruining him with the utility.
Yeah, this is much more like it from Liquid. Freshie tries to force the angle, understandably. In a 2-on-4, knew he had to try and take the initiative. But yeah, it's that dynamic duo of Naf and Twists again, just so good. Skull's gonna clean up the rest, gets the mop and bucket out. That's a
Somewhat broken by on a few of the players here for Boss as well, piecing it together. Skulls expecting the faster play off the audio, drops the Molotov, the spray's good, keeps on cleaving as he slices his way through 3. The 4th is too far as they battle back for 2 frags, make it look like there's still a chance in the round. The deep Molotov ahead of the smoke as well. Oh, this could get interesting. Bombardment from Nafly goes sprinting out through CT. One by one, they give him opportunities to fight. And it's Brett into the cage match. Does he know the player's in the back towards Donut? He's seen his back. He knows. Yakindar's aware of the potential angles he could be playing in. Can he get the drop on him here? Wants to peek round on the left-hand side, lines up the headshot, gives him the lights-out play, and brings back the 4th in the carnage.
1,100 on Yakindar and everybody else below the $1,000 mark. Twist gonna go in for the wide swing. Behind that nade, he gets punished. Cryptic says no with his Tech 9.
The troublesome Tech on deck. Get into cave, but the response to send Naf running down towards the ramp. Tech 9s keep causing issues when they get into close range angles though. It's still a 3 versus 3 and the bomb's been recovered. Darty going back up towards the bomb site, even dinks down onto Twist. He's quite low at this point, but Naf's in the rear, ready to respond. And Freshie finds himself late on the flank, out through red room. Back's turned. If they don't expect it, thinking that he's still towards ramp, he can make a bit of a play out of this one. He's going to get into the back and pulls out the butcher knife, and the man sliced his way through him. Only good for 1, as Cadian stops it there.
2 steps.
Will that extra cash from the blades go a long way in this round? Cryptic straight out on mid with a 2-player setup. They fire nothing. Yakindar's able to scrap for control through cave as well. Naf's there for the second peek if necessary. And you've got the wraparound from Skulls. Oh, if they can just buy a bit of time on this one, the round could be entirely over in a few seconds. Lines up the headshot onto Freshie. They're trapped at middle now at this point. 1 by 1, pressure mounting. Brett on the off angle, but Cadian will clear.
That's more like HE tossed in, trying to dust off the cobwebs of that smoke, but nothing really forthcoming. Flash on point, and Yakindar makes sure he doesn't miss his opportunity. That window closed in the face of Boss, but they decide they're going to go elsewhere. If mid's no longer available, no problems. We'll just rush it down onto A instead. And Twist is in hot pursuit on Donut. Another flashbang comes in, and it's so successful. This time tossed in from Yakindar, and although Twist is burning alive, no post plant has come in just yet. They managed to stall this with Molotovs and smokes tossed in. Another trade goes in favor of the CTs, but Pone alone is keeping the dream alive. Cadian takes a shot, misses out, but now it is all down to that man, Pone alone. Oh, 2 huge kills, but it's not gonna be a 3rd. Oh, there was nearly such a brilliant play, such a nice try from Pone alone.
8-4 being the score line. The T-side pistol coming out for Liquid. They go sprinting out through A main. Deep setup from Freshie. Takes the opening head off, makes it uncomfortable towards Donut, trying to bait him in, hoping Skulls will overextend. Brett finds it. The numbers dwindling, it's getting a bit iffy now, but Naf towards the back with a Glock, good for only 1. Meanwhile, the bomb on the late rotation pulls up to B, and there is not a single soul on the site to hold them back.
It was all misdirection, Jackie. It was all smoke and mirrors. The problem is, though, that trick cost a bit too much if you're Liquid, and then they're going to have to clump together and hope and pray with this firing squad they have established that they can land nothing but headshots. First kills go in their favor. Twist now up to the plate, and he delivers as he smashes it over the head of Boss. A 2v4 clutch.
The free players pushing down mid, twist on the angle, baiting them in. The carrot on a stick that Freshie falls for. Down and out, opening pick.
Could be looking for a save, perhaps. But Brett is still standing here. He's still anticipating this. He still tries to go in for the clutch. And Yakindar denies another. Cryptic's going to get splattered by the MAC-10. Looking to pulverize the economy of Boss. And honestly, with 3 kills, they basically already have. This was 4 MAC-10s and an AK coming into the round, and Liquid get success again.
You've ground down the CT side economy. And Twist has been hitting some worldies in a spot like this. They try to play those close angles, be a little bit safer with it. Nade round the corner, 84 HP left on him, but it's the flank from the back. If they can strip all the weapons from their hands, it makes it even worse here. But the FAMA's at least good for one. M4 hoping to survive. He did.
And a vast deficit to navigate your way through. Aggression will see Skulls once again come out ahead in the opening trade. Oh, it's even worse than that though, because Skulls is not going to relent anytime soon. He wants to put this map and this series to bed as fast as possible, and a touchdown grenade will drop Cryptic to 54. Spray from Twists will not miss. And it looks as though Boss are on their last legs.
Bomb has been planted.
The round in the palm of their hands. Cryptic again fighting for survival to give them any extra to work with. But as Skulls finds him, the bookend of the round. How do you make this work? What's the heads-up play? For Darty, it's to push down the ramp, but the nade round the corner strips HP off him. Goes for a quicker pace, wants to bypass the smoke and gets his teammate in Brett set towards the corner. Cryptic finds the attack from Cadian through Red Room. They don't expect Darty. The Deagle, it goes awry, it goes west, doesn't deliver. And you've got an edge to play with now. You take site control, you set up for it one by one. They funnel into the crosshair of Skulls, and it's all on Freshie. Liquid know that they are just moments away from closing this down and grabbing 13.
One more player required, Freshie. He can look around for help, but it all has to come down to him. He has to be the hero of this story. But the time is ticking off that fuse ever so quickly. Flashbang up and over, he will make his last stand, and stand he shall no longer pass, as Boss will be eliminated from the RMRs.